Hello, I'm JJ and welcome to my review of the iPhone 7 Plus product red version. As some of you will know, I'm fairly new to creating videos for YouTube, so I didn't get an opportunity to review the iPhone 7 Plus when it was launched last year. I was recently tempted away from Android by the very sexy red version. So here's my review. I'm going to be as brief as possible because most of you will have seen countless iPhone 7 and iPhone 7 Plus videos. I'm going to break the video into two sections. The first one is all the positive aspects of the iPhone 7 Plus, the things I really like, and then I'll follow that up with the things that I don't like. I am coming from an Android user's perspective, but I'm trying to be as impartial as possible. If you've enjoyed this video, please support me by hitting the like, subscribe button and leave a positive comment below to encourage me further. One of the things I like about Apple products, and the iPhones in particular, is the build quality, components used and the materials, etc. This is no different. It really feels nice in the hand, the curved edges help with that, and overall it's a very premium looking and feeling device. It comes with a high quality LCD screen that gets nice and bright, so outdoor visibility is not a problem. Viewing angles are good, and although the resolution doesn't match some other handsets out there, my eyes can't really notice that higher level of detail in the others. I find the Spotlight search facility really useful for locating a particular song that I might have stored, or contents of an email or note, etc. I like the raise to wake feature. It means that if you just move your phone, take it out of a pocket, lift it up from a desk, you can have a quick glimpse at any notifications that you may have received or check the time, etc. The control center is also useful. From virtually any screen, you can just simply swipe up and you're presented with some quick settings. A swipe across gives you access to the music controls. Performance is also excellent. Even when I've had upwards of 50 apps loaded, I've not experienced any slowdown or lag at all. And I gather from people that have owned the iPhone 7 or 7 Plus since launch that it's still just as quick as the day that they bought it. The camera is excellent. Photos are sharp and detailed. Focusing is quick. The colours are natural. There are enough settings and functions here to suit almost anybody, but if you just want to use the auto mode, you can be sure 9 times out of 10 you'll get a really good shot. The portrait mode and the zoom set this camera aside from most others at the moment, and you've also got live photos included as well. Video recording on the iPhone 7 Plus is also fantastic. The fingerprint sensor is high quality, very accurate and very fast. I've missed the mute switch since my last iPhone, and it's a real convenience to be able to silence the phone without having to turn it on first. In the Android world, it's only really OnePlus that are offering the same feature. Now for some of the things that have disappointed me about the iPhone 7 Plus. The first one is Siri. I don't really feel that Siri does as good a job as the Google Assistant, which is now available on pretty much all Android handsets running Android 6.0 and above. Here's an example. How many films has Tom Cruise starred in?
At least 49. Tom Cruise's movies include Top Gun, Edge of Tomorrow, Jerry Maguire, and others.
I don't know what you mean by how many films has Tom Cruise starred in.
How tall is Tom Cruise?
1.70 meters.
Okay.
How many films has Tom Cruise starred in?
Here are some
At least
films
49.
starring
Tom Cruise's movies include Top Gun, Edge of Tomorrow, Jerry Maguire, and others.
How tall is he?
1.70
Here are
meters.
some selections starring Tom Cruise.
How many children does he have?
I'm not finding
3.
anything
Tom
about-
Cruise's children are Suri Cruise, Connor Cruise, and Isabella Jane Cruise.
What is the weather like in Mumbai?
Here's the forecast for
Right now in
India
Mumbai it's
today.
32 degrees Celsius with haze. It'll be partly cloudy today with a forecasted high of 32 and a low of 27.
How many people live there?
Its population was
Checking my sources.
18,414,288 as of 2011.
I've also been disappointed with some of the stock apps on the iPhone 7 Plus. So for example, I use Gmail as my main account and I can't seem to get push email working on the stock email app. So I've had to replace that with the standalone Gmail app. I also find that Google Maps is more reliable than the maps that comes pre-installed on the iPhone. I don't find that the Reminders app is as comprehensive, for example, as Google Keep, so I found that I downloaded Google Keep as a standalone app. Notifications has also been an issue. I'm used to having some control, especially with Android 7.0, where I can react and respond to certain notifications from the lock screen, whereas on the iPhone it's very difficult to do anything other than opening that particular app or swiping and then deleting. Also, if I unlock the phone and then lock it again, those notifications disappear. Just in general, it might be a little bit picky and it could easily be sorted in the future, but I don't find that notifications are handled quite as well as they are on Android. There doesn't seem to be a quick launch function on the camera, other than from the lock screen hitting the power button and swiping across. It would be nice if there were a double press on the volume rocker, for example, to automatically open the camera for those opportunities that could be missed. I found the settings menu to be a bit of a pain. So for example, if I'm in the camera app and I'm wanting to make a video and change the settings, I have to come out of the camera app and go into the settings menu somewhere else. I don't think Apple have approached widgets particularly well on the iPhone. With my Android handsets, I enjoy the fact that I can choose various widget designs. I can sometimes choose what information is going to be shown, the location of those widgets. I can have different widgets on different pages. The Apple approach is to stack all the widgets together, and there's very little control as to the size and type of information that's shown. I think the screen to body ratio is really poor here. The bezels all the way round are too big for a 5.5 inch screen device. This is one of the largest you can get. It seems that Apple have fallen behind a little bit here, and I'm hoping that the next iteration of the iPhone will dramatically improve on the screen to body ratio. I've been quite unimpressed with the battery life. For a device this size with optimized hardware, I really would expect more than the 4.5 to 5 hours of screen on time that I've been averaging. Without any fast charging technology included, a quick boost during the day doesn't really do a great deal of good either, and the 0 to 100% charging time just seems to last an age. Signal reception hasn't been great for me either. I ignore bars or dots or whatever. I just focus on whether it's able to get a 3G or an H or an H+ signal. And side by side with a couple of my other phones, using SIMs from the same provider, on a number of occasions in different locations of my house, the iPhone 7 Plus has managed a 3G signal when the others have managed an H or sometimes H+ signal. I think it's a little bit of an oversight that there's no close all apps feature. I also don't like the fact that I can't do a restart if I want to. I actually have to power the phone down and then power it up again. So in summary, the iPhone 7 Plus is undoubtedly a premium device, and it excels in many areas such as the camera, the overall performance and the speaker quality, for example. But I found it to be disappointing in too many areas, such as the screen to body ratio, which means that it's a device that's too big for its screen size, the software issues that I've mentioned, and I felt let down by disappointing battery performance and slow charging. If the iPhone 7 Plus was something like £400 or less, I could be way more forgiving, but at £819 for this 128GB version, I expect it to beat almost all other phones. On the contrary, it can be beaten in certain areas such as the battery, screen quality, and even speaker quality, with some budget or mid-range handsets in the Android world. Personally, therefore, I don't feel it represents good value for money, and at £819 I simply cannot justify keeping it for myself, so mine is already boxed up ready to go back. I understand the appeal of Apple devices, and the iPhones in particular. I was really hoping to like this one, and apart from the aesthetics, which I must admit I'm hooked on that red colour, it just isn't the device for me, so for the time being at least, I'll be going back to Android. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. Please support me by clicking on the like, subscribe, or leave me a positive comment below, and that will encourage me to try and improve and create more content. So until the next time, thanks for watching.